Are you sexually satisfied? Hi, I'm Carly Myers, your friendly stress management expert, and this month we're talking about how to treat yourself. And I brought on an incredible guest, Paula Di Marco Young, who is the CEO of VSPOT Philadelphia. Paula and I first met a few months ago when we were putting together when my co-founder and I, Danielle, were putting together the Selfish Philly conference, and we thought to ourselves, how could we not have Paula? We need to have her as part of the conversation. She was on our pleasure panel, and oh my goodness, did she blow us away with her expertise um, on so many levels. Look, she's got, she has, let me even dig in here to her expertise. Um, they own and operate Young Medical Spa in 3 locations, her and her husband, locations in Lansdale, Center Valley, Wilkes Barre. I've never even been there, so apologies if I'm pronouncing it wrong, in PA for over 17 years. So this is not just an introductory. She is an expert, and I'm so excited to have you on the show, Paula. Welcome.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to once again be able to talk with you and your great group of women that follow your whole movement. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those of us who don't know you, can you share a little bit about how you got into this line of work?
Yeah, vaginal and sexual health is a quite a niche kind of medical market. But honestly, it's my husband's a physician and I'm a nurse. And as you had mentioned, we have Young Medical Spa that has 3 locations: Center Valley, Lansdale, and Wilkes-Barre. It's pronounced Wilkes-Barre, Scranton area. There you go. It's up in the coal region. And I'm actually from Williamsport, so I'm from up in that coal region. But for, about 17 years, we have been making men and women look their best. A lot of people in the job market, maybe, they're competing with a younger crowd. They want to get rid of the wrinkles. Maybe they're looking angry. Maybe they want to lose a couple inches here or there. Maybe they have some fine lines and stretch marks and scars, laser hair removal. So we do all of these wonderful procedures to help people look their best. And sometimes, that was really good at boosting someone's self-confidence. But over the years, we found that you can make a woman, especially a postmenopausal woman, look great, look younger, but they're still suffering on the inside. There are so many issues that when we're face to face with our patients, that they were telling us how they're suffering. Their relationships are suffering, their sexual health is suffering, they don't feel sexual anymore, they don't enjoy sex anymore, it's painful. There were just so many different reasons. And I'm going to be, this month, I'm going to be 59. Next year, I am turning the big 60. And these women are like in my age group. And here's the biggest one. They laugh, they cough, they sneeze. What happens? They pee.
Yep.
They pee. So you have all of these women that are coming and looking great. They're, making the wrinkles go away. They're maybe getting some skin treatments or some for hyperpigmentations or broken blood vessels or rosacea, whatever the cause is. And then they go out and they have to put on a protective undergarment because if they go out to dinner, they're afraid they're going to pee their pants. They have too much to drink, they're going to pee their pants. They go to have their sexual relations with their partner and they feel no sensation. Or they may be very dry and it's painful, or they might be tight and it's painful. And there are just so many different reasons, childbirth, menopause, just anything. They're just anything. So my husband and I decided that this is something that was very, very important. Not, it's great to look good, but if you don't feel well, these issues like interfere with your relationships, with your mental health, with your self-esteem, how you feel as a woman, how you feel that empowerment, you've lost it. You've lost the ability to climax or have a great sex. You lose that, and it really affects more than just a physical problem. Yeah. So we partnered with the founder of VSPOT Medi-Spa, former housewife of New York, Cindy Barshop. And she has had the VSPOT Medi-Spa in New York City on Madison Avenue for probably about 5 years now and has quite the following. And the services that Cindy had built into her into the whole business model are exactly what we were looking for to help women with their urinary incontinence, painful sex, low libido, and pelvic pain, all those types of issues. And then on top of it, there were some really nice fluff treatments, vaginal steaming for painful cramps, or even 24 karat gold wax, not your typical wax, but gold infused wax, which helps cut down on inflammation after you had the waxing procedure, and vaginal and anal lightening, the intimate area lightening. So many women have hyperpigmentation from either friction or legs rubbing together and they're dark, or maybe they just want their lady parts a little bit lighter. They might be a little too dark naturally. That these are types of treatments that we offer on top of some of the medical procedures that we offer. And so they are medical procedures. Those are what people have to realize. It's not a spa. I mean, we use CO2 lasers to resurface the vaginal canal. We use PRP to inject into the clitoral area. It's called the O shot, the orgasm shot, to help women climax better and have better, more powerful orgasms. And those two treatments combined, even with our Emsella chair, the Kegel throne, we can really help women with urinary incontinence problems. And that is huge.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine going out to dinner, you're getting all dressed up, you're going out on a date. Maybe you're just recently single, you're going on a date, you got your hair and makeup done, everything's good, you got your dress on, and then you got to worry, am I going to leak? All right, let me wear dark clothes. If I leak, I'm going to maybe stain. I have to watch how much I drink. How many times do I have to run to the bathroom? All these things are in your head and they're messing with your head. And then God forbid what happens if you go to get intimate. If the date went really well, you're going to go home, you're going to have an intimate moment, and you're wearing Depends undergarments.
Yeah.
This really messes with women's minds. So at VSPOT, we want to empower women to take control of their bodies.
I love that you talk about this, first of all, because there's no shame in this. Like it shouldn't be a taboo. We should be talking about this. And second of all, in my work as a stress management expert, health is one of the top 5 stressors in the United States. Just health. Having medical issues with our vagina shouldn't be something to be ashamed of. With our bodies, right? We should be getting the help. So I wanted to make sure, Paula, that you got in front of everyone that follows me so we could really have a real conversation about this. So real quick, I know we're getting towards the end of today's episode, but really quick, what do you recommend for someone who might be in that situation where they might need to use your services?
Well, we do offer complimentary consultations. We don't charge anyone to get some advice, and we'll do a vaginal exam. We'll take some history and find out what kind of problems are you having and how can we help you. We're an all-female practice. All-female practice. It's a safe place. It's a loving place. It's a compassionate place. There's no problem we haven't heard of, and there's no problem we haven't treated. And if we can't help you with some of the services that we offer, we definitely will work with you to help you try to find a physician or a clinic that can help you even further. But I would say just take that first step. There's no shame. It's not taboo anymore to want to have a great sex life and great sexual health. So reach out to us either in our New York office or our Philadelphia office. And, we're just here waiting to help you. I know there's a lot of women, a lot of my girlfriends, all of a sudden, once they found out what I was doing, they're trucking all the way from the Lehigh Valley down to Philadelphia to have some of these procedures done, because all these years they were suffering in silence. And once they found out when I did, it was like, oh my gosh, I can talk to you. Oh, I can talk to you. Oh, let me tell you what I'm feeling. They suffer in silence. And you don't have to anymore.
So for those of us who are like, oh my goodness, I need to reach out to VSPOT, I need to talk to Paula, how do we get in touch with you?
Well, the main website is vspotmedispa.com, and that'll showcase both our locations in New York and Philadelphia. But if you want to reach us directly, our telephone is 267-534-3355, or you can email us at philadelphia@vspotmedispa.com.
Beautiful. And for everyone who's listening, don't worry if you didn't get it down the first time. We will make sure this is all in the show notes for you. But we want to know, for those of you who are listening, we've heard some taboo stuff about sex, right? Would you rather, let us know in the comments below, would you rather talk about sex or would you rather talk about money with the people in your life? We're just curious. Please, though, do take Paula up on this offer should you feel called. Now, if you're feeling overworked and exhausted, I've got some good news for you. The Stress Less Company works with high achieving executives, business owners, and managers just like you to find that sense of peace and freedom that they desire. And as a result of our work together, not only do they learn how to deepen their spiritual connection, whatever that means to them, they also learn those tactical tools so that they can experience more free time, more efficiency, and yes, even more prosperity. Sounds pretty great, right? Well, you can apply for a complimentary stress assessment today to start the conversation about working together. Simply visit stresslessco.com/apply for more information and, of course, to apply. Now, this concludes this episode of the Stress Less Show, and I want to give one last big shout out to Paula. Thank you for coming on the show to talk about this so important topic.
It is my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me today.
Absolutely. So if you've enjoyed this week's episode, let us know by giving us a big old thumbs up and hitting that follow or subscribe button. Thanks for listening. Share if it resonated for you, and we will see you next week. Bye.